I'm not worried about giving him the injection.
I don't think you should do that, Jessica.
Darling, it's what Gabriel wants.
Right, well, I'm ready to go and see Jessica.
Okay.
Get it over with.
Come on, there's nothing to worry about.
I don't really know what I'm going to say.
Well, you'll think of something.
I'm going to apologise, but I haven't really done anything wrong.
Of course you haven't. She knows that. You're just going to smooth over a little misunderstanding, that's all. She'll appreciate it.
I hope she does.
Do you want me to make you a cup of coffee before we go?
No, thanks, darling. After I've seen Jessica, I'm going straight into Market Cross. I said I'd pop into work. They want to show me the ropes.
Oh, you look very smart.
Thank you.
What do you think?
Oh, it's lovely. Oh, I can't wait to see it when it's finished.
Yeah, I think it's all right.
It's going to be magnificent. Well, I'm so glad you're doing what you really want to do. A bit different from my silly little job.
Oh, you'll find something better.
Of course I will.
We will be happy here.
Wish me luck.
You don't need it.
Morning. It's afternoon.
Is there any coffee?
I don't know how you can stay in bed till this time.
It's half term.
Surely you've got work to do.
Where are you going, Dad?
Conference. Can you give me a lift?
Yes, of course. If you don't mind, I'd like to leave straight after lunch.
Oh, that suits me.
What's it on this time?
I doubt you'd be interested.
Don't be a nuisance, Charlie.
I bet it'll be terminally boring, won't it?
Don't you have anything better to do than stand around making asinine comments? Go and get a book or get some fresh air.
Hello? Mary let me in.
Oh.
I'm not interrupting, am I?
Oh, not at all, my dear. Join us.
Oh, no, thanks. I was going to get something in town.
You don't mind if we carry on? We're in rather a hurry.
No, of course not. Actually, it was you I came to see, Jessica.
Oh, yes?
I've left Gabriel hard at work at the lodge. It really is so beautiful down there.
Yes, isn't it?
I've fallen in love with the place already.
Good.
I'm beginning to appreciate just how lucky we are to be starting our married life there.
So good to have the lodge being lived in, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Saladin.
You really have been very kind to me. And it's because of that. Well, I was worried that I might have seemed ungrateful.
Really?
When you came round yesterday, you probably thought I was extremely rude.
Not at all.
I certainly didn't mean to offend you. It was a very generous offer.
My dear girl, it's only wallpaper. It would take a lot more than that to offend me.
I was worried we'd made an unfortunate start. Got off on the wrong foot.
Not at all. Think no more about it.
We could give Rachel a lift to Market Cross, couldn't we?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Well, if it's no trouble.
No trouble at all. I could bring you back later as well.
Thank you. That'd be lovely.
Any chance of doing these for me, Anne? The old man's been screaming for them. Financial update.
Put them there. You'll have them in an hour.
Thanks.
Good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon, Edward. Mrs. Rattigan.
Hello, Simon. Anne?
Right, Simon, anything you need to check with me before I go?
No, I don't think so.
If in doubt about anything, wait till I get back.
Don't worry.
Your train tickets, notes for the address you're giving to the conference, transcript of the Archbishop of York's recent speech on the subject.
Oh, good. Any messages?
Yes, the diocesan treasurer rang. He wanted to talk about St. Luke's budget.
Give him a ring, will you, Simon?
Yes, of course.
I know what he wants. Give him the facts and figures. You can impress him with your latest balance sheets, can't you?
Yes.
Don't make any promises. Tell him I'll ring him when I get back.
Anne, dear, did you manage to finish those minutes for my meeting?
I was just doing them.
Oh, well, hurry up, then.
They're almost ready.
Almost isn't good enough.
You go, Edward. You don't want to miss your train.
I was hoping you'd walk to the station with me.
Well, I'll come with you, Edward. Give you a hand?
There you are. Go on. We'll manage perfectly well without you. We don't want you to miss your conference, do we, Anne?
Hi.
Hi. Shouldn't you be humiliating some lovesick adolescents?
Sort of, Gabriel. I said out to visit my incredibly talented big brother when I feel like it.
Remember the old boathouse down by the lake?
What are you doing?
Oh, it's some photograph albums. Mum gave them to me. They're all of the house and the grounds. Been looking through them.
What for?
I wanted to see what things have changed and what stayed the same. Look at it. It's an incredible building. I think it just rotted and fell into the water. Look.
Before my time. Rachel came to see us earlier.
Yeah, she said she was going to call in.
Where was she going in that outfit?
Look, if you've just come here to slag
Got
off
any
Rachel.
booze?
So much here. I want all these images frozen.
Ah, Eureka!
You know, coming back here, I've discovered exactly what I want to paint. It's an incredible feeling.
Join me?
Every painter needs that feeling that he's found his subject.
Do you want a drink or don't you?
The question is whether I can bring it out, what I feel, what I want to say.
Here's paint in your eye.
Cheers. Oh, I can do it. I know I can.
Here you are. Thank you.
Aren't you going to check them?
You won't have made any mistakes, will you?
I try not to.
Well, then, I'm sure they'll be fine. I know Edward's very satisfied with your work.
I do my best.
I know you do. And he really shouldn't shout at you the way he does.
I don't let it worry me.
It's very understanding of you. Not everyone would be so tolerant.
I enjoy my work.
Yes, that makes all the difference, doesn't it? You know, when Edward gets so angry, it's to do with the pressure he's under. He needs some kind of release. Yes. You must forgive me. I forget. Being his secretary, you probably know as much about his moods as I do.
Yes. I expect so.
Supplies are running low. Have you got any more?
No, I don't think so.
I feel like getting really pissed.
I thought you had work to do.
I'd rather stay here with you. How often do we get a chance to talk?
Yeah? You want a serious discussion, do you?
As a matter of fact, I do.
What's brought this on?
I just want you to know that we care about you.
Who's we?
Well, me, Mum and Dad.
Oh, well, thanks very much. The feeling's mutual.
We were talking about you this morning, about Mum helping you with the injections. And before you say anything, I think it's a really good idea.
What exactly did she tell you?
Everything.
This was between me and her. I don't want everyone to know.
It's all right, Gabriel. I'm your sister. I'm family. I can handle it. I told you I care about you. I want to help you.
I don't need your help. And I don't need Mum either. She's just getting me back into a routine, that's all.
I know. Look, she was just worried. She wanted to talk it through, with Dad, really. She just trusted me to keep it a secret.
You mustn't tell Rachel.
Don't worry, I won't.
And I thought about telling her, but I never did. And suddenly it was too late. I love her. I don't want to lose her.
There's no reason you should. You just get yourself clean.
Right. All right, there's no more heroin now, and eventually there'll be no more methadone, so Rachel never need to know.
Exactly.
I'm sorry for shouting at you just then. I hate feeling so useless. Having Mum discuss me like that, I hate being a problem.
You're not a problem. Forget it. You're my big brother and I love you. Anyway, what I've always loved about you is the fact that you take risks. You don't give a damn.
What I did, Charlie, was lose control of my life, and that's not exciting, it's not daring, it's hell. And if you've got any sense, you won't let it happen to you.
I don't intend it to. But I can't see what's wrong with a little danger.
You start wanting more, and then that's when you become a problem.
Sorry.
Oh, damn.
Daddy's got plenty.
Come on, then.
That's terrific. And if you could let me have that estimate in writing. Thank you. Goodbye.
The accounts you wanted.
Oh, thank you, Anne. Wonderful. That'll give the old man one less thing to moan at me about. You know, there was no need for him to speak to me the way he did over that wedding business, ranting and raving like that.
You'd had a difficult meeting.
Well, that's no excuse for behaving like a bully. You know, it really annoys me when he starts throwing his weight around like that. It's not as if I'd done anything wrong. I really do believe that divorcees have the right to be married in church. It's something I care about very deeply. Why can't he respect that?
I think he has to take the wider view.
Well, that's no excuse either. What are you doing?
What's it look like?
But it's not time.
Oh, you haven't got anything else you want me to do, have you?
No, but...
But what?
Well, if Edward knew...
Edward's not here.
I know.
And you're not going to tell him, are you?
No, of course not. But what have I just been saying? You know what he's like.
I should do. I've worked for him long enough.
You're always doing this. As soon as his back's turned... Can you imagine what he'd say if he came back and found you weren't here?
You know, Simon, you worry too much. With all due respect, this is my job, not my vocation. I've done everything I have to do today, and I see little point sitting around filing my nails for a couple of hours, okay?
You say so?
Yes, I do. And you won't make me feel guilty. Bye.
Bye.
Rascal.
Gabriel, I'm home. He must be upstairs.
Why didn't you put the kettle on?
Gabriel? There's no sign of him.
Oh, he's probably somewhere in the grounds.
Yes, I don't expect he'll be very long. Did you put the kettle on?
No, dear. It's not long since we had that cup in Market Cross.
These last few days have been so hectic for me, I've hardly had time to think.
Yes, and you've had a lot to take in. Everything's so new to you.
Yes.
But you're starting your new life. It's an exciting time for both of you.
Yes, but I do think it's important that I have something to do. Gabriel is so wrapped up in his painting.
Yes.
I do want to support him.
But you need your own life. That's perfectly reasonable.
He understands that.
I'm sure he does. Goodbye, Rachel.
Bye. Thanks again for the lift.
Do you remember that Christmas Eve? I was about 8. Oh, sorry. And I was allowed to sit up and watch a film on telly.
The Wizard of Oz.
Probably. Anyway, I was sitting here
On this very sofa.
on this very sofa, and Mum and Dad were getting ready for midnight mass. And there was this terrible crashing noise.
It was me.
You, out of your
I
skull,
fell through the front door.
into here, swaggering, swaying and
What was I doing?
swaggering.
Swinging and
Swaying and
staggering.
swaggering. And Mum started screaming at you, screaming and shouting.
I remember.
And do you know what you did?
What?
You just laughed. You just laughed. And do you know what you did next?
No, what did I do?
You started singing.
Some night, early night, holy stream.
Terrible!
It was Christmas.
It was brilliant.
Hey, anyway, you're a fine one to talk.
Yeah?
Yeah. You remember that time Mary had to come and collect you from school?
Oh,
You're only young, you're a snotty little git.
I was never a snotty little git.
You'd hit somebody.
Christine Baxter,
You made
my
a-
best friend.
Made a nosebleed.
She kissed my boyfriend, Andrew Temple.
What were you?
7.
Remember Mary's dragging you up the drive and you were swinging your leg, you're trying to kick her. You're a right bloody little thug, you are.
Too right.
But you got away with it. You always get away with it.
Don't you?
No, I don't.
Well, you gotta let him know who's boss, Gabriel. That's my motto. Well, one of them anyway. You see, me and you are two of a kind.
Yes.
You're gonna be a brilliant painter.
Yes, I am.
And me, I'm just gonna be brilliant.
You've had it too easy. That's your trouble. You don't know what it's like to have to go.
See, nobody's ever gonna tell me what to do.
It's just
ever.
kids' games to you, isn't it? I mean, you get into trouble and there's always someone who's going to come along, grab you by the hand, drag you home, kicking and screaming.
That picnic by the lake, Gabby?
You know what I couldn't handle when we were kids? It was him.
I
Our
remember
father.
it was Lenny's birthday tree, wasn't it?
He was a million
Wasn't
miles away. He used to make me feel so useless. You know what my friends used to call him? God. When I was saying my prayers at night when I was little, that's who I saw. Dad. He was so bloody perfect. I mean, I tried to be like he wanted me to be. Oh, but it was never good enough. I mean, how do you compete with perfection?
Have another drink.
That's what I couldn't handle.
Oh no, we need another bottle.
The hell with it!
Oh, the hell with it!
Charlotte, upstairs. Now. You fool. You stupid fool. What on earth do you think you're doing? Gabriel?
I think I'd better go home.
Oh, and let Rachel see you like this? What happens in the middle of the night? And you wake up and you need your injection. Because I can't give it to you now. Not after all this. Do you understand? Do you?
Yes.
You would probably die, Gabriel. Do you understand?
Lovely.
Should be just about right.
I'm sure it'll be perfect.
To us.
Us. Edward. Edward, and I nearly didn't get here on time.
Why? What do you mean?
Did you know you were a bully?
Me?
I had to listen to Simon complaining about you,
Oh, really?
telling me how awful you were, shouting at him over his precious wedding.
Yes, he has that effect on me, I'm afraid.
And then he had an attack of scruples.
Oh, God, him and his scruples.
He told me I shouldn't be leaving early. He said I did it every time you went away.
Well, you do.
He warned me there'd be hell to pay if you ever found out.
Well, what did you say?
I told him I didn't mind you finding out about my wicked ways. And since I was merely a poor, downtrodden secretary, I didn't share his sense of duty. And then I left.
If only he could see us now. God, I could eat you up. Come here.
Edward, you're spilling my drink.
Who cares?
Oh, you're mad.
It's your fault.
Did you run us a bath?
Don't I always?
Well, come on then.
Jessica,
Rachel.
come in. I'm afraid that Gabriel's not back yet.
I know that's why I've come.
I don't understand.
I've heard from him. He just called the house.
Is anything wrong? Is he all right?
He's fine.
Where is he?
He's in London.
He didn't say anything about going to London.
Well, it was a spur-of-the-moment decision, apparently. You know Gabriel.
Well, why? What's he doing there?
Do you know that friend of his runs a gallery? You know, they were at school together.
No, I don't think I do.
The gallery's been going through a rough patch, no? Well, they're particularly anxious to exhibit some of Gabriel's paintings. They've had a long-standing agreement.
I'm sorry, I still don't understand. Why did he go today?
Well, Gabriel's very excited about the work he's doing here, and he wanted to share it with someone in the business.
Why didn't he leave me a note?
I'm sure he didn't expect to be very long. But there's been one of these wretched bomb scares, apparently. Trains are being cancelled left, right and centre, so his friend suggested he stayed over.
Oh, I see.
He told me to send you his love. He misses you, and he promises to be back first thing in the morning.
Do you think the trains will be back to normal then?
Oh, I'm sure they will be. Now, you're not to worry. He's perfectly all right. He'll be back with you just as soon as possible. You know, he can't bear to be apart from you for long.
Yes, I know. Well, thanks for coming to tell me.
Well, I came as soon as I could. I didn't want you to be here on your own, worrying. You know, we really must get the telephone connected here. Yeah. If you don't think I'm interfering.
No, I don't. I think it's an excellent idea.
Good night, Rachel.
Good night. And thanks again.
Ooh. Thanks.
I haven't done anything about dinner.
Plenty of time for that.
You smell nice.
It's your favourite. And I've put it in all sorts of interesting places.
Really? Oh, I think I'm just going to have to find out where they are. I want you to close your eyes.
What?
You heard. Close your eyes.
I hope you're not going to seduce me.
Close your eyes. Put out your hand.
Edward, it's beautiful.
I thought you'd like it.
You know, I don't expect you to give me presents.
I know you don't. That's what makes giving them even more pleasurable.
I haven't bought anything for you.
You're the only present I want.
Oh, thanks. What do you think?
Well, wonderful, eh? I just can't see it properly.
It's all right, Gabriel. I've taken care of everything. You've been very foolish. Very foolish. You could have hurt yourself. What about poor Rachel? We have to think of her now, don't we? That's right. Go to sleep. You've nothing to fear. You're safe. I'll be with you when you wake. When you need me. Shh. Go to sleep.